Hello, everyone. Happy summer solstice. The summer solstice is a time to reflect on your personal growth and the meaning of the season of light and growth. This is the moment in our year when there is the most light available to us. In terms of consciousness, this is when we are the most present to ourselves, when we know ourselves to be most present. And the sun represents the light of all of our lives and our consciousness. So seeds are planted in the earth as well as the seeds in our souls at this time. It's a time of renewal and abundance, a time of love and expansion. It's the yang of our year, the yin yang, the yang time, and the summer sun unfolds the leaves on the trees, and so do our souls open like those leaves to receive the light, the source of life, and to illuminate that which is within each of us. So happy summer solstice to you. We have created a wonderful ceremony here today. And creating ceremony or celebration is a way for humans to acknowledge the life force energy within us and to give back to Mother Nature and creation that which we know is sacred, that which we are grateful for, the energy and the blessings that we're all receiving. The earth constantly provides for all of us with her incredible bounty, and the sun's warmth provides the light necessary for all the living creatures to thrive and to prosper. So this solstice, that's what we're acknowledging. That's what we're celebrating. And we've invited everybody from our community that's interested to offer their way of celebrating today. So whether you're watching and you're participating by listening at any given time, or you actually sent in a contribution, we thank each of you for putting your energy into the summer solstice circle with us today. Enjoy.
The sun is high above us, shining down upon the land and sea, making things grow and bloom. Great and powerful sun, we honor you this day and thank you for your gifts. Ra, Ilios, Sol Invictus, Aten, Svarog, you are known by many names. You are the light over the crops, the heat that warms the earth, the hope that springs eternal, the bringer of life. We welcome you and we honor you this day, celebrating your light as we begin our journey once more into the darkness.
I'd like to build the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. I'd like to see the world for once all standing hand in hand and hear them echo through the hills for peace throughout the land. That's the song I'd hear. Let the world sing today, a song of peace that echoes on and never goes away. That's the song I'd hear. Let the world sing today, a song of peace that echoes.
In most respects, my grandparents were quite ordinary, children of immigrants, weaned on the Great Depression. My grandmother was so poor, she grew up with an outhouse in the middle of Chicago. Most grandparents dote, particularly on their only grandchild. But Alice and Carl were different. They didn't even realize it, but they were. My communing with nature was born from seeds they planted and cultivated, and on this solstice I send my energy skyward, to them, in the next world. Grandpa and I would often walk by the river, back when the Hillsborough River was lined with cypress tree glades and forests rather than concrete. As we would walk, we would pretend. Grandpa loved vaudeville. We would act out skits from vaudeville, talking with an audience of trees. I would wear my little straw hat and carry a stick that I pretended was a walking stick, like Grandpa would carry. He would be the straight man, and I the comic. What I realized these many years on is that the trees were listening and responding. They were alive in ways that as a 6-year-old I just assumed everyone knew. Grandpa knew this as pretending, but he knew more and just didn't say. He was wiser than I ever imagined. He was a skogvator, a Norse spirit of the wood. He may not have been conscious of this, but he knew. I have always been drawn to the forest, as I was always drawn to him. Our vaudeville act helped me understand love and the spiritual connection to all things. My relationship with him taught me a love and flame of spirit no one else could. When I walk in the woods now, I feel the little stick in my hand and my straw hat, and I feel his hand in mine, guiding me and loving me. The solstice represents a new dawn, a new spirit, a new love as old as the trees and as new as the sunrise. Grandpa still visits me, still guides me, and in his rising, I find my own spirit and life anew. May you find your pathway to the heavens, here on the earth we share.
Hi, I'm here in North Carolina having some respite with my family, and I love creating ceremony with things that we already have around us to remember that everything is sacred. So I'm going to use some treasures that the girls found on the beach to have a spiral ceremony with you, and we're going to use the Cherokee morning song as our chant to greet the sun in the morning, to give our gratitude for the blessings that the sun brings us for the summer solstice. And I'm an ordained Cherokee pipe carrier, so this song is part of my heritage and it's in my heart. It's by far my favorite song and favorite chant. So enjoy. Windehiyaho, windehiyaho. Windehiya, windehiya, ho 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 ho, hey oh, ya ya ya. Windehiya, ho, windehiya, ho. Windehiya, windehiya, ho ho ho. Oh, hey oh, ya, 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 windehiya, oh, windehiya, oh, windehiya, windehiya, oh, 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 hey oh. Hey oh, ya ya ya, ya ya ya, ya ya ya.
Happy solstice, everyone, on this beautiful, gloriously rainy solstice weekend. The grass in the garden is just soaking up this rain. Lovely. This is a time to celebrate the sun. The solstice is such a sacred time in many traditions. We celebrate the sun and all of her life-giving energies that she shares with us so freely and all the time. That beautiful sun is present even behind these clouds and underneath that thunder and behind the rain. None of this would be possible without her. We celebrate that divine nature of the sun, and we celebrate our own divine natures in the same time. It's a time of renewal. It's a time of transition. It's a time of joy. I invite you all for this summer solstice weekend to take some time in nature. Have some time just being present with all this around, all this life that we're all connected to. That our glorious sun shining these energies that come from the Godhead and then come through her and then wrap this earth in creation energy, life-giving energy. Be with that. Spend some time with that and the connectedness that we all share as being part of this beautiful cosmic creation here on Gaia, with the sun and the rain, the sound of the thunder and the wind. You may even hear some birds. They're still out celebrating, even in this wet weather. So, I invite you to take some time this weekend and be with your own true nature, your own divine essence, and the divine essence that the sun shares with us always. Just listen to the sound of the rain. Find your own space within and out in nature. The sun is always present, even if we can't see her. Just like our own true nature is always within us, always available, even if we haven't remembered, or we can't feel like we can't feel it. I celebrate each one of you, divine shining lights, and all of the creations that you make and you share. Each of you matters, and each of you contributes to the beauty of life here on Gaia.
Summer Solstice by Carrie Richards. This was when the whole world measured time. This is when the light would turn around. This is where the past would come undone and the spinning earth will mark a new beginning. Let's go back in time to when it all began, to the breaking of new dawns, where moments bright with fire would light the chanting song, where pagans worshipped sun and danced among the trees, wore strange masks of covered straw and blessed cold ash with awe. Wreaths hung upon the door against all spirits, dire, and when the winter's grasp let go, the sun reversed the pyre. This was when the whole world measured time. This is when the light would turn around, so that spring arrives and seeds will sprout and grow. O radiant sun, stretch the day, shorten night, return earth's darkness into light. This is where the light will turn around, and this was where the past would come undone.
Glorious and merciful God, creator of all that is, we thank you for the blessing of summer, the longer days, the brighter days, the warmer days. May the heat of your heart sustain us, the spirit of your soul infuse us, the peace of your presence envelop us. Walking as one with creation, may we hold gratitude and embody the light of your love in this world. Amen.
So this summer is a time for us to engage with our earth connection and cultivate and deepen our connection to the divine energies all around us through nature. In living with gratitude and understanding the respect that we give all things and they give us, we can live in harmony and balance with our Mother Earth. May you have a blessed summer solstice, and may this season bring light to all that serves your highest good. Thank you. Aho.